turn down my phone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are live. It is week 3 for the Pick'em, man, coming off a crazy week. Hello, gentlemen. Good evening.
What's up, guys? And well. All that ish talking we were doing last week, talking about how our teams weren't moonwatching out of week 1. And here we are, out of week 2, going into week 3. And there's the Bears, the Cowboys, and the Niners, all up there on the moon.
Yeah. Rough week for us.
Yeah. 49ers losing to the Vikings. Cowboys getting stomped by the Saints. My Bears, we lost to the Texans, which we figured. But at least we kept it close.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. And that's how I feel right now about the Chicago Bears. On the stream, while we're calling the game, I was really upset. I was really pissed because it was the same old. Mm-hmm. Defense looks really good, keeping us in the game, giving our opportunities to our offense to try to make some plays and get us the win. And then they failed. Yeah. Same old story for the Chicago Bears. But we kept it within one possession against one of the best teams in the NFL on the road. We figured things are going to get better. Our offensive line was trash. Caleb Williams was pressured 36 times out of his, I think, 37 attempts, which was absolutely insane. But hey, it worked for the Houston Texans.
Yep.
So at the time, I was upset because it was just the same old story. But also, I don't feel all that bad anymore because we kept it so close with a really good team. But it was just frustrating seeing our offensive line perform so terribly.
Yeah, just stepping stones. You'll get there.
For your Cowboys?
I don't want to talk about it, to be honest. But, no, yeah. They came into our house where we hadn't lost in a long time and put a whooping on us. Slapped us, just bitch slapped us pretty much. And it was rough. It was very rough. Our defense just did not show up. Our offense looked okay in the first half, but our defense just couldn't stop a nosebleed. Alvin Kamara is him. He's a monster, you know.
Yes. So that's what that game showed me, that the Saints are probably for real.
Yeah.
Roach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the 49ers, man, the offense just didn't look the same from week 1. Brock Purdy was pressured a lot. Trent Williams gave up 4 sacks, or not 4 sacks, 4 pressures. We definitely missed McCaffrey. I know Mason had a great game. On the other side of the ball, the only 2 people who had a good game were Nick Bosa with 2 sacks and Fred Warner, who's looking like an early Defensive Player of the Year candidate. We're having troubles not on both sides of the ball, boys, trying to pick up third downs and getting off the field on third down on defense. That's something that was a strength last year for the Niners. Something needs to change and happen going forward from here on out.
Week 2 saw a ton of upsets. As you look on the moon watching party, the Eagles are up there. They lost to the Falcons on a dramatic Monday Night Football game, which was incredible. So kudos to the Atlanta Falcons for pulling that off. Detroit Lions, they took the L. The Ravens lost to the Raiders. Okay, Raiders, I see you.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Colts lost to no Jordan Love Packers.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, so a lot of craziness the past week.
Also, rip to all the people who got eliminated in the survivor pool, because a ton of people did. People who took the Ravens over the Raiders. People who took the 49ers over the Vikings. We all took, in our second chance pool, we took the Chargers over the Panthers. Yeah. So that was the move right there.
Thank you, Panthers.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But welcome on in, everybody, to the Pick'em Live. We got a $2 dono.
Hey, Kobe Mew 2 says, I think the Pats cover, but the Jets win outright for Thursday's game.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Hey, good luck, man. We'll be streaming that game, and we'll let you know what we think here in a minute. Mm-hmm. We also have a highlight coming from J-Dog.
9 months says, yo, what's up, y'all? Y'all hear about the Coca-Cola's new drink called Coca-Cola Oreo? And I'm upset about my Eagles. Should have ran it there and should have not passed it.
Yeah, we brought it up quite a bit of times over the last week on streams. And if I see it at the store next time I go, I'll buy a couple and we'll try it.
Yeah, we talked about it. We'll give it a shot.
Yep.
Probably won't like it, but we'll give it a shot.
Thank you, J-Dog. Appreciate that.
Thank you, J-Dog.
B-Hub's in the house. We got Tommy Noomba, Carlos Chargers, QC, diehard Vikings fan says, hey, no moon watching yet. Let go.
Congratulations.
What up, Big Wood? What's up, JB Taylor, Tyler Stewart, Corey Childs, Jonathan, Big Wood. We got Redmond, Yvette, Andrew, Tommy Noomba, Osmosis Jones. Smack that thumbs up. Redmond's in the house. Keep hitting that thumbs up. We're about to go into the picks here pretty soon. So whether your team taking a win or a loss, let's see how you guys respond going into week 3.
New week.
As we're still learning about these teams, you know?
Yep.
This is preseason 2.0. You know, these first 4 weeks of the season.
Especially with a lot of teams that don't really play a lot of their starters.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah.
And that's the big thing on Twitter. I see a lot of people talking about. People say maybe these teams should play their starters more in the preseason because a lot of these teams, especially these good teams, are looking very rusty. Some of these players aren't in game shape yet. So maybe going forward, we will see starters play more in the preseason, even if it's for like a snap or a quarter.
Especially these developing offensive and defensive lines and stuff like that. They could really use the reps. Chicago.
Yeah, and I think that's the trade-off. They wanted one more game in the regular season, so they took away a preseason game. And even at that time, we felt like you're taking away an opportunity for some of these young players to make it on these teams because the teams are trying to evaluate these young players and they need as much reps as possible. But like y'all said, the veterans need rhythm to get in rhythm. The teams don't need to evaluate them, but they do need to get in rhythm. Taking that game away just eliminates more opportunities. It's tough.
And we got $2 Toto.
Donnie the Couch says the return of the hunt. I'm sad for Pop. Get well.
What do you mean by that?
Pop?
I don't know what. Huh?
Well, I know Kareem Hunt re-signed with the Chiefs.
Yes.
So that's
Practice
what
squad.
Meaning by that. But Pop, what do you mean by Pop?
Yeah, get well. I'm
not
sad
sure
for
what you
Pop.
mean.
Get well. What happened? Are you talking about your? Are you talking about your father?
I wonder if that's Pacheco's nickname.
Oh, okay.
Pop.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's what
I
I'm
didn't
thinking.
know all those guys' nicknames.
Yeah.
It's like something we missed here.
Okay.
Thank you, Donnie.
Yeah, thank you, man, and yeah, hopefully he recovers well. What did they say his injury was? Like as far as like his.
A fractured fibula.
Okay, and he's gonna miss like 6 weeks or something.
6 to 8.
6 to 8 weeks.
And Donnie cuts with the $2 donation. Yep, Pop is Isaiah Pacheco.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
I was not aware that
Thank
was
you.
the name.
I had no idea.
Me either.
Thank you, Bob. Bob. Thank you, Donnie.
Yo, EJ with the 5 says, I think the fireworks from the game made me sick. It's worth it for sure. Honestly glad because I go to Hawaii in 2 weeks.
Been to Hawaii in 2 weeks. That's awesome, dude. But fireworks made you sick. I take it you're probably in the path of the smoke afterwards.
Smoke. Yeah.
It can get really thick.
Can be.
But yeah, man. Ugh.
Hopefully, you feel better soon, especially before your trip.
Good win on Sunday night. EJ, enjoy it, buddy.
Enjoy Hawaii. It's a lot. It's very beautiful out there.
Thank you so much, EJ. Appreciate it. Redman with a $1 donation.
Thank you, Redmond Art. Appreciate it, man. Let's go.
Thank you.
All right, so should we shout out our top 10 performers from week 1?
Oh yeah.
From week 2, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and do that. Who are they, Roach?
All right, so leading the way, it's Seahawks Nation 11 at 13 picks right. Number 2, it's Quality Control, the QC with 11 picks right.
Wow, QC,
There you go.
QC.
Hey, and another good subscriber of ours is Execute Static with 11 picks right at number 3. There you go.
Static.
Carter 01 at 4 with 11. 5 pounds of Pez at 5 with 11 as well. Okay. Sparse 3949 with 11. JB Taylor with 10.
JB Taylor. Good stuff, man.
Let's go. K Dirk Philly with 10 coming in at 8th place. At 9 is Gonzo Red 24 with 10. And rounding out the top 10 is Fragro Justin with 10 as well. Fragro.
Muy Fragro. And congratulations to our top 10 performers in the Pick'em League from week number 2.
Good job, guys.
2 mods in there. That's nice. That's what's up. All right. Here's the top 10 overall for the season so far.
Number 1 is Free Foods for Fats.
Like you.
QC comes in at number 2. There you go, QC.
Second overall on the season, QC.
He's cheating somehow.
Number 3 is APGG Jesse.
Right.
Number 4 is Chiefs 3P 15. Number 5 is Seahawks fan 246. Number 6 is broke your ankles. He broke your guys' ankles. Number 7 is Raider Nation 7521. Number 8 is Choppy Juice 18. Number 9 is Buckaholic. And coming in number 10 is Julio.
And congratulations to our top 10 overall on the season. This is who we got to catch up to, okay, guys?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
All right, but let's see if we can. Heading into week 3, we gotta turn this around because, yikes, week 2 was a disaster. The pick'em for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of those upsets screwed up a lot of our pick.
All right, so let's strive for a better week. You guys ready for the picks?
Y'all?
Then let's get ready for the picks for week number 3. Smack that thumbs up as we start off with Thursday Night Football. The Jets hosting the Patriots. Jets coming to this game 6.5 favorites. Over under is 38.5. How are we feeling about this one? This is a divisional game here.
Feeling interesting because the Patriots have looked good throughout the first 2 weeks. They got the job done week 1. They lost in overtime to Seattle in a really good game. Meanwhile, the Jets lost to Monday Night Football against the Niners, and they beat the Titans, but they kind of struggle with the Titans a little bit. So this could be a game where we can see the Patriots maybe upset.
It really could. Yeah, because like you said, the Jets, I thought they were going to do better against the Titans. Their offense really doesn't feel like it's gotten going just yet.
No.
Brees Hall, he looks great. Yeah, but what about Garrett Wilson? What's going on here? So it's a little concerning. So this is definitely a prime for maybe the Patriots defense to make some plays.
Patriots defense, they are one of the toughest to run against in the league.
Yeah.
You can pass a bit on them. They're better to pass on than rush against. So if Brees Hall can crack through that rush defense a little bit and set up some passing plays, it's going to be tough. But I just don't really know if the Jets can get that going here in week 3 against this defense.
Yeah.
This could be an upset. So what do you guys got?
So Jermaine Johnson for the Jets is out for the year with a torn Achilles. That sucks for the defensive side. Patriots also lost their best linebacker as well. But with that being said, I am going to go the New York Jets. I don't think they cover. I think the Patriots cover the spread, but I think the Jets do just enough to win this divisional game.
You know, I'm going to go the Jets as well. Don't feel confident in it, so I will take the Patriots against the spread. I think it will be a 3 or 4 point game. And I might take the under here, honestly, too.
Okay.
Ocho, you taking the over/under?
I'll take the under. Yeah, I'll take the under.
I'm taking the Jets as well. Give me the under at 38.5, and I'll take the Patriots against the spread. So I'll take the Patriots plus 6.5. Yeah. But straight up, I'll take the Jets. That's too big of a line for the Jets against this defense with an offense that doesn't look all that great.
Yeah.
So there we go.
What do y'all got? Let us know in the chat. I've seen a lot of people say Jets, Pats, Jets. Rozier says Pats. I wonder why.
Huh.
Of course. All right. So week 2, going into Cleveland, they host the 0-2 New York Jets. The Cleveland comes into this game 6-point favorites with the over/under being at 38.5. Boys, what y'all think?
The Browns and the Giants. So the Browns, they looked pretty damn good against the Jacksonville Jaguars, man, causing them to make a ton of mistakes. The Jaguars, they got into the red zone quite a bit of times, field goals or turnover. So Browns defense is going to prevail again against this Giants team, which just looks doo-doo caca. Neighbors look pretty good, I'll say that.
Yes.
Neighbors looked pretty good last week, but I am taking the Cleveland Browns straight up. And you know what? I'm going to take them with the 6 points as well. And I'll take the under of 38.5.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm going Browns. There's nothing even to talk about with that. Neighbors, yeah, he said he did look good. He did have that. He dropped that easy pass that probably could have won the game. Yeah. But, yeah, I have no faith in the Giants this year. Browns, their offense looked a little better. Still has some work to do.
Yes.
So maybe every week, again, getting better and better. Like you said, it's a preseason kind of sense. Give me the Browns. I think they actually do cover that spread, and I might take the. I'll take the under.
Take the under?
Yeah.
Roach, taking the Browns
Yeah.
too, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm taking the Browns. Give me them with the 6. And you know what? I'm going to go the over. Hopefully, this is the game where the Cleveland Browns offense really starts to take a next step because Amari Cooper has not get involved at all this season. I want to see him get involved in this game.
More Jerry Jeudy, honestly.
Yeah.
He's not bad. Hasn't been bad for them.
All right, so let's see. I see mostly Browns in the chat.
Yeah.
And Rashir's going with Giants, I think.
Okay.
Giants upset, he said. Wow. If that happens, oh my God, I would laugh.
That'd be a big win on the road, too.
A huge win.
All right.
All right, next up, the Green Bay Packers, 1-1, going to Tennessee, who are 0-2. Tennessee favored by 3 points in this game, and again, a low over-under of 36.5, boys.
Tennessee Titans, man, they're consistent. They lost 24-17 in the both previous games to the Jets
That's
and the
crazy.
Bears.
Wow.
I mean, that's pretty wild.
They're
Yeah.
consistent.
Yeah. Green Bay Packers are coming off of a win to the Indianapolis Colts, and of course they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, my concern is that the Packers, they only beat the Colts 16-10, and Josh Jacobs had a really good game, but elsewhere I felt like they didn't really take advantage against a shit defense like the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
So they're going up against a much better defense on the road. And as long as the Tennessee Titans just don't be stupid on offense, man, because they've been really dumb, especially late in the games offensively.
Giving away some turnovers. Stupid turnovers.
We talked about this in the stream last night, but we're talking about how Callahan just ripped into Will Levis after he just, I don't know what the hell he did to fumble that damn ball.
Yeah.
It was stupid. Just boneheaded.
So as long as the Tennessee Titans just clean some of their act up offensively in the second half, I think they're going to get the win here at home.
Okay.
I'll take them with the 3 points, and I'm gonna take the under of 36.5.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually right there with you, Josh. I'm taking the Titans as well. They look better, right, like you said, but that was Josh Jacobs getting a crap ton of carries. This Titans defense is really good against the run, right? And we saw that.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that if they could shut down Josh Jacobs, I don't trust Malik Willis. I'm sorry. So I'm going to go Titans, their defense, and their offense just don't make, like you said, don't make mistakes. Let the defense win it for you.
Yeah, absolutely, because the Tennessee Titans, they're the number 1 defense in fewest yards allowed per game.
Yeah. So I'll go the under also. I think they'll cover the spread. I think it'll be like a 6-point game. Kind of like, it might be the score of the Packers game last time, but 16-10. Honestly.
Roach?
Malik Willis revenge game, baby. I'm going to Green Bay Packers. They got the job done against the Colts. I know this defense is better, but you know Malik Willis going against a team that drafted him wants to play well and wants to beat them. I do think Josh Jacobs does have a good game against that defense. Keeps him in the game, keeps him off the field. I think Will Levis turns the ball over again in a crucial spot, and I'm going to go with Josh's favorite team, the Packers, to win this game.
Wow. If they go into Tennessee, and it is a revenge win for Malik Willis, that'd be insanely huge for the Packers.
And the funny thing is, I think Will Levis is going to have a good game. I think sometimes you need that tough love and get, called out like that. So I think he will play good.
Okay.
Not great, but decent enough.
I mean, let's see. The Green Bay Packers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7th most yards allowed per game through the air.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Calvin Ridley?
Maybe Calvin Ridley game.
Hopefully.
He had a great game last week.
Yep. All right. So
also,
what?
Also, I'm going to take the under. I'm going to take the under. I think I'll just go slightly under.
Take the under.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, good under. All right. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we go to Indianapolis, where it's Josh's Bears taking on the Colts.
The Bears taking on the Indianapolis Colts on the road, and wow, the Colts are favored by 1.5 points. Over/unders at 43.5.
Okay.
This has to be a get-right game for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
It has to be. Offensively, the Indianapolis Colts are the worst rush defense in the NFL by far. They give up a ton of yardage. And we haven't been able to run the ball well. Our offensive line is absolutely crap, but this is where we have to establish somewhat of a run and then get that passing game going with Caleb Williams. And what's the injury report looking like, Roach?
Yeah, so for the Colts, man, they're without DeForest Buckner. He got placed on IR, so another defensive lineman down. And the rookie lot, too, should be okay for the Bears. Keenan Allen's going to remain questionable with that ankle injury.
I hope Keenan Allen plays in this game so that way we can have all our receivers out there with Caleb Williams against this defense. Because this is the kind of game, this is the kind of defense they're going up against that can give them confidence going forward because – there has been no confidence on that offense through the first 2 weeks. It's been frustrating. It's been absolutely abysmal on the offensive line. Caleb Williams is under duress, unlike any other quarterback in the NFL through the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side of things, AR and that offense is going to struggle against the Chicago Bears defense, which is one of the best in the league. I mean, last week against the Houston Texans, facing them on their own home turf, they only put up 19 points against our defense. I felt pretty damn good about that. And we gave our offense opportunity at the end of the game to try to go down the field and try to win. Of course, that wasn't going to happen, and it didn't. But that's how good our defense is. I feel pretty confident defensively against this Colts offense. And on the flip side, I think this could be a confidence booster for the Bears offense. Give me Chicago to win this game. We have to win this game. Have to.
Yeah. One thing I am concerned about for the Bears in this one, Josh, is that Anthony Richardson and the Colts looked atrocious last week offensively. Anthony Richardson, what he had, like 3 interceptions?
Three.
A fumble or something like that. Like, that offense, like, I know they played a good defense. Obviously. They played a decent defense in Green Bay. And, yeah, but you're Anthony Richardson. You're supposed to be that guy. You have good weapons. Jonathan Taylor, Adonai Mitchell, Michael Pittman, Pierce. Like, you should be able to do better than that. But until we see it, I'm going to go Bears. Mainly because of the defense. Until I can see AR do that against a good defense, what we know he possibly can be in the future, I'm not going to pick him. And I think this is DeAndre Swift game. Like how much rushing that they've given up. If they do not game plan to just run it, and stop running out of shotgun, please. Run it downhill. Single back formation, I formation, something. Just pound it straight ahead. Don't run north and east to west. Run north and south. But give me the Bears. Swift have over 100 yard rushing to this game.
I think you should. The Indianapolis Colts are giving up 237 yards per game on the ground.
Yeah.
No other team is giving up over 200 yards a game.
Nope.
Just the Colts. That's how bad they are. Roach?
Wow. Yeah, 2 people I want to see get going in this game. DeAndre Swift for the Bears and Michael Pittman for the Colts. Michael Pittman hasn't done nothing. I'm going Chicago in this game. They are going to run all over the Colts, and I do think the defense will stop Richardson, but I do think Pittman will have a bounce-back game. But give me the Bears and give me the under for this one.
I'll take the over in this game.
The over?
Ooh.
Okay.
I'll go under on this one.
All right.
Okay. All right, next up, this should be a fun one, ladies and gentlemen. A battle of undefeateds as the Texans go into Minnesota to take on the Vikings. In this game, Houston, the road team, 2.5-point favorites, boys. 45.5 is the over-under.
This is an interesting game, man.
Very.
Houston Texans, no surprise, they're 2-0. Vikings, though, 2-0.
Vikings.
Okay, you beat the Giants. But then, at home, taking care of those 49ers 23-17. Justin Jefferson, that bomb he got from Darnold. Darnold's looking great in this offense, man.
Yes.
Yep.
This defense is such a good unit. Rocha, what's the word on Jefferson, by the way?
So for both teams, Joe Mixon and Justin Jefferson seem pretty all right. Jefferson's expected to play this week. Joe Mixon's status at this very moment is unknown. And we'll also see about Jordan Addison if he could come back this week as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be the big concern right now for the Vikings, right? Yeah, Sam Darnold's looked great, but Justin Jefferson's been a big part of that, right? He's been having a great year so far for them.
Yep.
And yeah, Joe Mixon, I'm hoping he's okay. Damian Pierce obviously was out last week, right? So yeah, them losing Joe Mixon would not be good for the Texans.
Nope.
All right, Rocha, who you rocking with this week, dude? This is a tough one.
It is. I'm going to rock with with the Houston Texans, but not by much. I think that 2.5 is about right. I'll take them with the points. A field goal win for Houston, but I would not be shocked if Sam Darnold comes out. He's got confidence under Adrian O'Connell, man. Sam Darnold comes out, hits Justin Jefferson for a couple of big plays, and they win a game. But Houston wins, but I'm taking the over. I think this could be a shootout.
Yeah, I'm going to go Texans as well. Vikings do have a good defense. They've been playing great. Give them their due, right, and give them their props, QC. I'll give you your credit. No, but the thing is, the Texans have a damn good receiving core. Nico, Stephon Diggs, and Tank Dell, who still hasn't really got it going, it feels like, Tank Dell. But their offense, I think, will make enough plays in this game. I think it will come down to probably a field goal. So I will take the Texans even against the spread because it's pretty much a pick 'em. But I will probably take the under. I think it might be a low-scoring game, kind of like the Bears game last week for the Texans. It might be another game like that.
I'm going to be taking the Houston Texans in this game, and I feel pretty good about this one because the Houston Texans defense has been better than Minnesota's as of late, except for points per game. Like yards per game, Houston's been better. But in points per game, Minnesota has been better. But what Sean just brought up was the Houston Texans offense and those wide receivers. The trio of Diggs, Nico, Tank Dell, and this could probably be a big game for Tank Dell finally because the Minnesota Vikings are giving up the 8th most yards through the air. So this defense, the chink in their armor, the biggest one, is through the air. And I think the Houston Texans are going to be driving the field all day long. And unlike San Francisco, like you guys weren't able to do as well as you should have, and of course the Giants being one of the worst teams, they're going to punch it in more often than not once they get into the red zone. So I will take the Texans, and I'm going to take the over of 45.5.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Also, this is technically a Diggs revenge game because he was drafted by the Texans or the Vikings.
You know he just will be fired up.
He's always has a chip on his shoulder. Yep.
You guys taking the over under?
I went under.
You went under?
Yeah.
Over.
Okay.
All right. Next up, what could be the game of the week? It's the 1-1 Philadelphia Eagles taking on the 2-0 Saints. The Saints are favored by 2.5 points, and the over/under sits at 49.5. Boys.
Yeah. Well, both, obviously the Vikings put a whooping on the Cowboys this past week, and the Eagles had a huge game against Atlanta. It came down to literally the last drive. So, man, this is a very interesting matchup. Very interesting.
It was also a dramatic ending to the Green Bay game as well in Brazil. Like, that game came towards the end.
Yeah. That Eagles-Green Bay, that's true.
So, I feel more confident about the Saints, absolutely, because not only are they one of the best offenses, guys, they're also one of the best defenses in the league right now. It's only 2 weeks, but they're one of the best defenses. They are, a top 10? They're a top 10 defense right now and one of the top offenses in the league. They are putting up how many? Over 40 points a game?
Yep.
Wow.
Meanwhile, the Philadelphia Eagles, they're numbskulls sometimes. I mean, we streamed both of those games, the previous 2 games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Green Bay and Atlanta. And they've made some huge mental errors at the worst possible times. Like when they went for it at the end of the game. That pass to Saquon Barkley and he dropped it. They could have just ran it, right? And not give Atlanta the extra 40-some seconds left to be able to drive down the field. They're getting gashed defensively on the ground, through the air. The defense is not looking all that great. It's not on par with Saints defense.
Nope.
I trust Saints way more right now through 2 weeks. I'm taking them.
Nice.
Yeah. You look at what, like you pointed out, the Eagles defense is getting gashed. I think they were giving up 7 yards per carry.
Hey.
At one point. I'm not sure how it ended, but I know at one point I remember seeing 7 yards a carry. But Jean torched them. Algier torched them. They could not stop it. This Eagles defense, back in the day, was one of the best all around. With Darius Slay in the secondary, with that D-line, and it just doesn't look there. Even Darius Slay got burned by Drake London on that touchdown, the go-ahead touchdown. I'm going to go Saints because they have Alvin Kamara. He's him. I saw this last week. He is just a monster. And so give me the Saints. I trust them more than the Eagles. The Eagles could have lost to Green Bay, right? So they came down to the wire. If Jordan Love wouldn't gotten hurt, or maybe that field was so slippery at times. Like you never know how that game could have gone. So give me the Saints.
What's the status on AJ Brown, by the way?
So he actually could end up missing this game again, and he could miss him a couple more weeks with a hamstring injury.
Jalen Hurts without AJ Brown is not that good of a Jalen Hurts.
No.
Nope.
Very mid.
New Orleans Saints are going to win this ball game, ladies and gentlemen. And PJ mentioned in the chat, Clint Kubiak is him. Yes, Sean mentioned it. Alvin Kamara is him. This offense under Clint Kubiak, I keep saying his name. He's from the 49ers, man. He is an offensive genius. He's going to run around circles around this defense, man. And the Saints defense would do enough on the other side to stop them. Give me the Saints with the points, but I'm taking the over. I think it could be a high-scoring game.
I'll probably take the over as well.
I'll take the Saints with the 2.5 points, and I'll take the over of 49.5.
Yeah, and Wild's in the chat says Saints really struggle against mobile quarterbacks. He thinks we will lose if we let Hurts run all over us.
Interesting.
Even if he does get going, I don't think it's going to be enough. And he did get going against Atlanta. I mean, he was one of the. He had like over 70 yards rushing in that game.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So and I think y'all are going to do exactly what y'all did to us. Like, our offense didn't play bad in the first half, but because y'all kept scoring touchdowns and we settled for field goals, it put a lot of pressure, and eventually they had to abandon that run.
Well, why not? Says Josh Jacobs averaged 8.4 yards per attempt versus the Eagles in Week 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're going to see Kamara in their nightmares, Eagles fans.
Yep.
Yeah. I like
Easily.
The Saints are just gonna dominate up there.
All right. So we're all taking the Saints. We're taking them with the 2.5 points, and we're all taking the over.
Yep.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Before we move on to our next matchup, folks, hit that thumbs up on the live stream. We have over 300 people watching. Rocha, where we at, buddy?
We are 60 likes away from 200.
Thank you guys so much for that. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's go.
All right, guys, our next game on the docket, it's going to Pittsburgh. A battle of undefeateds. 2-0 Chargers, 2-0 Steelers. Pittsburgh favored in this game by 2. Over under 35.5. And boys, Mike Tomlin did come out and say today that Russell Wilson's not 100%. So it's Mr. Justin Fields once again.
Hey, man, good for Justin Fields. I'm really happy for him.
Yeah.
And winning 2 games, that's awesome, dude. Chargers, they're 2-0, but it was against the Raiders. And the Raiders really did them a lot of favors in that game, too. Going back and looking at that, the Raiders, I mean, they just kept shooting themselves in the foot, giving the Chargers so many opportunities. And then they beat the Carolina Panthers 26-3. So, do we really know this Chargers team just yet? Like, are 2-0? Is it fool's gold being 2-0? It's only 2 weeks in, but I trust the Pittsburgh Steelers a whole lot more because of that defense. I think it's going to be a nightmare for the Chargers, especially having to travel all across the coast from the West Coast to Pittsburgh. So, I am taking Pittsburgh Steelers here. And I'm going to take the under of 35.5.
Yeah, I think no matter who you pick in this, it should be the under. I'm going Steelers. You nailed it on the head right there, all right? I'm shocked by the Chargers being 2-0. I admit that. But the competition hasn't been there, right? But look what the Steelers, their defense is. We know what we're getting from the Steelers defense. We know what they can do. They've held teams to 10 points, to 6 points. They haven't. I don't think they've given up. They gave up 1 touchdown to Atlanta. That's it. So now
That was that Pitts touchdown.
That Pitts touchdown.
That's right.
This team has been, and their offense, yeah, they haven't been doing great, but they don't need to.
They don't.
You don't. If your Fields, just keep playing within the offense, let the defense go to work, and you're gonna be just fine. Game of the Steelers, especially at home. This is their home opener.
Yeah.
Steelers. So you know the fans are gonna be loud.
For me, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care. Call me biased. I'm going to Los Angeles Chargers in this game, man. And why I'm going to Chargers is I think J.K. Dobbins is looking legit. This is the J.K. Dobbins we thought we were going to see in Baltimore. He's healthy. He's playing great. They're going to rely on J.K. Dobbins and maybe Gus Edwards a lot in this game. I think they keep the ball to Justin Fields' hands. And on defense, maybe they turn him over. I think the Chargers do just enough to squeak by. I'm going under because I think they win like maybe 13-10 or something.
You know, if you look at the stats right now, the Chargers defense, oh man, they're not giving up too many yards. They're one of the best in in the league throughout 2 weeks, especially against the rush. It's like under 80 yards per game. But Zamir White sucked. And Carolina Panthers, what do they have offensively? I think this is a game that Pittsburgh's offense is going to expose that defense a little bit.
Yeah.
I think Jalen Warren, who got a lot of snaps last week, along with Najee Harris, are going to tear into that rush defense. And I think Pickens is going to have a nice game.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. This is going to be a fun one, man. I can't wait for this game. Okay.
All right. There we go.
Next up, it is the 0-2 Denver Broncos going into Tampa Bay to face the 2-0 Tampa Bay Bucks. Bucks come in at 6.5-point favorites with the over-under being at 39.5, boys.
Any injuries that we need to know about?
So for this game, Mike McGlinchey is out for at least a month with a knee sprain. On the other side, Rachaad White has a groin injury. It's not considered major, and he has a chance to play this week.
But even if he doesn't, Bucky Irvin, his backup, is a very efficient, really damn solid runner, man.
Yeah.
I like this kid a lot. I'm taking Tampa. There's not much I like about the Denver Broncos, especially their offense. It's booty cheeks. I'm taking Tampa. I'm going to take them with the 6.5 points, and I'm going to take the over of 39.5. Godwin is going to have like $120 in this game and a touchdown.
Easily.
Yeah, there's not much to say. I'm sorry. Like you said, the Broncos, there's not much to say about them right now. They're in a full rebuild, right? It's going to take a few years for Sean Payton to get that team going. Do they have talent? Yeah, but just not enough in certain positions that they need it to be. So give me the Bucks. I will take even the Bucks with the minus 6.5. I think they'll cover that easily, in my opinion. The Bucks, I gotta give them credit. I wasn't sure. I wasn't really had a lot of faith in Baker, but they've been playing great. They beat Washington. They beat Detroit in Detroit, by the way, on the road against possibly a Super Bowl contender. So give me the Bucks to beat the Broncos.
Absolutely, I like that. And Mike Evans, he'll probably be shadowed by Patrick Surtain.
Yeah,
and that's why I say I think Godwin. Another great game. Another great game from him.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw today, I think Chris Godwin's either 1 or 2 and yards, receiving yards throughout the season so far. He's great. It's the Bucks. The Bucks all day. I'm taking them to cover, man. I do think Chris Godwin has a great game. And Bo Nix, can he step up and do something? I don't know, man. Tampa Bay's defense did pretty well against the Lions. The Lions, who have a lot of talent last week. So Bucks win easily, and I'm going to take the over.
You're taking the over? I did say I'd take the over, right?
Yep.
I'm not sure what I said. I'll take the over, though.
Take the over?
Yeah. I'll take because I think they can score 30 points themselves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Easily.
All right, we got a $2 donation in the chat.
Kobe Mean says the Bucks are his survivor pick.
This is going to be one of the popular survivor picks.
I actually might.
Yep.
I might do it. I have mine as something else, but I'm actually been thinking about switching it.
This is a really good one. I've been thinking about this one and a couple other ones.
We'll let you know.
Kobe, thank you so much for the $2 dono.
Thank you.
Donnie Couch in the chat says the Bucks might be one of the best teams in the NFL, and you're absolutely right, man. They're looking like it. They're looking like it.
Whoa, Isaiah Hutchinson says his upset of the week, so he's taking the Broncos in this game.
You're taking the Broncos. If the Broncos win, if they win, I'll Venmo you $10. I'll Venmo you $10 if they win.
Okay.
But if they don't, you Venmo him 20.
Nah.
Yeah.
We're being a smart ass.
Yeah.
Roger, where we at, man?
We are 30 likes away from 200, over 400 in the chat.
30 likes away from 200. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, what's the next matchup, Roach?
It is the 0-2 Carolina Panthers taking on the 1-1 Las Vegas Raiders, with the Raiders being 5.5-point favorites and the over-under being at 40.5.
The Raiders coming off the big win against Baltimore, man.
In Baltimore.
In Baltimore, no less. Hey, Carolina, big situation over there with their quarterback.
Yeah, so Mr. Bryce Young has been benched for the Red Rifle Andy Dalton, man.
Yeah, kind of a shocker. You spent the first rounder on him.
You gave up a lot.
Yep.
And they gave up a lot to trade up with your Bears, and they're giving up on them.
First round picks, DJ Moore, and a second rounder next year. So Panthers. I think offensively they're going to look a little bit better because Bryce Young has just been that bad.
Yeah.
And Dalton's a veteran. Yeah. He's working with other veterans like Thielen, Deontay Johnson. He's a good wide receiver, man.
Yes.
So it's going to look better. But is it going to be well enough against the Raiders on the road? Raiders, they looked damn good. Big shout out to Bowers. That dude is for real.
Monster.
I love that guy.
Beast.
Yes,
sir.
I'm gonna take the Raiders because the Panthers are the worst team in the NFL right now, and as of right now, this is my pick for the Survivor pool.
Okay.
Second chance Survivor pool.
Yeah.
It was between this Tampa Bay and the Broncos game, and then another game. But as of right now, I'm going with the Raiders.
Okay.
I'm going to go Raiders because I'm going to be honest. I'm not taking the Panthers in any game for the whole year. Like I probably will upset a couple teams. They probably will.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I can ever pick them.
Right.
I am going to go
right.
Raiders. This is their home opener, by the way. The first two games were on the road, so they're back home here in Vegas. Like you said, Josh, Andy Dalton, their offense should be a little bit better, but their defense is atrocious. So give me this might be a good game for Zamir White to have a breakout game, right?
Yes.
Might be able to run all over this defense. Everybody else has.
Actually, you're bringing up the rushing game.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's look at Carolina. They're the second worst rushing defense in the NFL behind the Colts. 199 yards given up a game.
Yeah.
So this has to be a good game for Zamir White and Madison.
If it's
Yes.
not, then I'm puzzled. So, because J.K. Dobbs ran all over him. Obviously, Alvin Kamara ran all over him. So, yeah, this should be a Zamir White or, like you said, Madison game. But give me the Raiders. I will take them against the spread.
Me too. I'll take them with the 5.5 points, the Raiders.
I might take the under.
Under?
No, I think it's going to be like I'll take slightly under.
You take the slightly under?
Okay.
Slightly under. It could be like a 28-13 game.
I'm taking the under as well.
Yeah.
Roach?
Oh, I'm going Raiders, baby. Man, they look great. They had that great comeback in the fourth quarter against the Ravens. I think the Ravens had like a 93 win possibility of that game, and the Raiders said, nah, psych, we're coming back. Gardner Minshew had that connection going with Devontae Adams. I think they get it going again. I think Zamir White, who I'm not that high on, does have a good week. Give me the Raiders. Give me the 5.5. Give me the over. I think they can put up 30 points themselves. And this, for now, is going to be my Eliminator pick as well.
We were talking about this last night, about the Eliminator, right? Because it's between this and a couple other games.
Yeah.
And you were saying that the reason why you're taking the Raiders for the most part in this one, as opposed to some of the other matchups in the week, is because if you're going to survive a long time in this, and you're planning on to, there's not another game you're looking at that you take the Raiders in Survivor.
Yeah.
They don't have a good matchup the rest of the year where you feel comfortable. So I think this is the week you have to do it. Say, screw it, go Raiders.
I'm going back and forth between the Raiders and Bucks. It's making me nervous. I don't know. I feel like we're so confident with that other game, the Bengals. It's giving me Bengal vibes.
But we could just stay all aboard against the Panthers in the Eliminator.
Train.
You know? We could just stay
It's been working.
We should have did it week 1.
We should have.
We should have.
We should have. We got bit in the ass.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, so there we have it. We're all taking the Raiders. We're all taking them with the 5.5 points, and we're taking. Me and Sean are taking the under. Rocha, you're taking the over.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Yes, sir.
We have a $2 donation before we move on.
Isaac Meckler says, I shouldn't be nervous for this game, but I am. It's understandable. You guys are the Raiders. You could lose this. I mean, you're not going to, but you could lose this game because you guys are the Raiders.
Right.
And plus, you don't want to be that one team that does lose to the Panthers.
Yep.
Yes.
That's the embarrassing part.
You don't want to be that team.
Yeah.
There's always a team in the NFL, NBA, MLB that's so bad that when they come into your neck of the woods, you don't want to be the team that loses to that team.
Yep.
That's who they are.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so thank you so much for the $2 dono, man.
Thank you.
If you guys haven't done so, smack that thumbs up. We have almost 400 in the house right now for this live pick 'em.
Yeah.
Keep letting us know what you got for your picks as we go along here. And we're 28 likes away from 200, so thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.
Rocha, what's the next matchup, buddy?
All right, it's Miami 1-1 going into Seattle, who's 2-0, and of course in this game, Tua today did get placed on IR, so he's out at least the next 4 games. And on the other side, boys, Ken Walker is questionable. So Seattle comes into this game 4.5-point favorites, with the over/under being at 41.5.
That was a nasty concussion that Tua got. We were streaming that game.
Yeah.
And, it's been talked about by everybody and all news outlets that maybe he should retire. We feel the same way.
Yeah.
He should retire. So you say he's going to miss 4 weeks because he's going to be placed on IR. I don't think he should come back. None of us do. Mm-hmm. Ken Walker, even if he doesn't play in this game, Charbonnet looked fantastic last week. Mm-hmm. So the running game is going to be there for Seattle. DK Metcalf had a brilliant game against the New England Patriots. He was awesome. They're here at home. I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks. I like them offensively. I like them defensively. I will take the Dolphins against the spread. So I'll take Dolphins plus 4.5. But straight up, I'll take Seattle. And I'm going to take the over of 41.5.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to go Seattle. I wouldn't be shocked this is going to be a really close game. Because even though they don't have Tua, we know that they have so many skilled players. Achane, he looked like the bell cow. Even though they lost last week, he was a monster, right? And Tyreek Hill, we've seen him a couple years ago when Tua was dealing with all these concussions. I think it was 2 years ago. He still was a top a guy, He's a guy that you get in his hands, he can make plays. But I will go Seattle. It's in Seattle, which is not an easy place to play. But I would be shocked. Yeah, I'd probably take Miami with against a spread. But yeah, give me Seattle, and I will take I'll take the over.
You take the over 41.5?
Yeah.
I brought up DK Metcalf. I brought up Charbonnet last week. Chat is saying, hey, don't forget about Njigba. He had a great game, too.
It's good to see him go
against a tough defense.
Yeah.
That was his first career 100-yard game for Jackson Smith, so congrats to him, man.
He needs to get featured more, man.
Yeah. Roach, who you got?
This Seattle team needs to be humbled a little bit, and I think they're going to grab a massive piece of humble pie this week. I'm going the upset. I'm going Miami, and it's not because of their quarterback. It's because of the run game. Stevenson had a really good game against Seattle last week. I think if Mosley plays this week with Achane, we saw how great he was. They're going to run the ball. They're going to dominate the time of possession. I'm taking the under. I think Miami wins this game like 17-14. Seattle's offense is okay. Geno Smith still isn't a good quarterback. They grab a big piece of humble pie, and Miami goes in and gets the upset.
He might not be that great of a quarterback, but it's better than what Miami has right now.
That's fair. That's
I
fair.
think there's a little bias in that one.
Yeah, I think so, being a 49ers fan.
Yeah.
So me and Sean are going with the Seahawks. Roach is going with the Dolphins. Me and Sean are taking the Dolphins to cover the spread. But we're taking Seattle straight up, and we're both going over?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going under.
You're going under.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, we got a $20 dono in the chat from Dustin. He says Seattle will be my survivor pick of the week.
That's
okay.
That's ballsy, man.
That is pretty ballsy. Dustin,
Yeah.
okay.
Good luck, man. I don't know about that.
Good luck, dude. Good luck. Me and Sean, we took the Seahawks, but we're actually taking the Dolphins to cover the spread, so it's going to be pretty close, we're thinking.
Yeah.
However, if you're going with Rocha, Rocha thinks they're going to lose.
Yes, sir.
But Dustin, thank you so much, and good luck.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you. And it was here that chooses any Dolphins 3-0 versus the Raiders, make it 4-0, Panthers W. Of course you're going with the Panthers because you're Rozier.
Yeah, that's what makes me a little. It's not because of Andy Dalton that record. I didn't know that.
Right.
But I was.
Me either.
I was like, what is the offense going to look like? They have weapons.
It's going to be a different offense.
Yeah.
With Andy Dalton, is he going to come out and just sling the ball and actually have a good outing? Like, could they? It makes me a little nervous. That's why I'm debating.
Because I heard people say in like TikTok videos or whatever, and I'm like, disagreeing with their take that they didn't put anything around Bryce Young. Okay, year one, sure, but going in year two, they beefed up that interior line.
Yep.
They gave him some wide receivers. They drafted a running back. Brooks will be coming here pretty soon off that pup list. But they put stuff on that offense to improve it. Yep. It's just that Bryce Young really is that damn bad. He's looking like an absolute bust. So this offense will look different under Andy Dalton. It should look. It can't be any worse. It just can't.
No. So, yeah, we'll see.
All right, over 400 people in the house, and we're 7 likes away from 200. Thank you guys so much for being here for this live Pick'em show. Keep letting us know who you guys have. Smack that thumbs up if you're having a good time. And let's get ready for our next matchup, which is going to be a doozy.
Ooh, that's another game.
It is.
A lot of people are thinking it might be the best game of the week.
Roach?
The surprisingly 0-2 Baltimore Ravens march into Dallas to take on the 1-1 Cowboys. Baltimore on the road, 1-point favorites with the over-under being at 48.5, Sean.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. This is a must-win for the Ravens. And I think I said this on the stream the other day. This is the first time in 9 years that John Harbaugh has been 0-2 since he's been head coach for the Ravens.
Wow.
And this is typically a team that does not start off this slow. Lamar Jackson has not looked as dominant. Henry, like, it just feels like this whole team, like they've had opportunities in these games. They look like they were like you said 96% favorite against the Raiders.
Yeah.
And to win that game, they're up 10 points in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And they blow it. Just very kind of crazy scenario for the Ravens. And obviously we know they lost to the Chiefs by a foot. So each of these games so far for the Ravens have come down to the wire, and it's crazy. Now my Cowboys, though, we need to bounce back. Our defense is not as bad as it let on last week. We just got punched in the mouth, and they had a great game plan. We maybe took them lightly. Maybe, just like us, maybe the players were like, that was against the Panthers. I think maybe that's what happened for that defense. Our defense needs to bounce back. We need to show them how it is. This is only the second time we lost at home last week since 2022.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So I think one loss in 2022. We didn't lose last year. We were undefeated at home in the regular season. We're not going to talk about the Packers in the playoffs. But a regular season, usually Dak does not lose at home, and the Cowboys win. I think our defense should have a bounce-back game, should get back on track. But I'm still not going to pick my Cowboys. I'm going Ravens. Mainly because of two things. Lamar Jackson running the ball, they need it. And another crazy stat I'm going to throw out there is that he has not lost to an NFC team in his whole career.
Nope.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
His whole career.
He's been
in the league for a good while now.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I think this is a game that my Cowboys could win. And now I do have another ulterior motive for picking the Ravens. So far, when I have picked against my Cowboys won. I picked the Browns to win. We won.
It's the reverse psychology.
I'm trying to reverse jinx it. So, but no, honestly, I think this could go either way. It depends on which team wants it more, in my opinion, because both these teams can win.
Now, Sean, are you going to take the Ravens with the points?
Wouldn't it be crazy if it's literally a 1-point game though?
Oh my God.
Right.
But yeah, I'll take Ravens with the points.
Over under 48.5.
I'll take the under.
Take the under.
Yeah.
Roach, what you got?
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one, man. The Ravens coming off that tough. Well, both these teams coming up upset, tough losses, man. But I'm in the same boat as Sean. Until he loses to an NFC team, I'm not going to pick against the Ravens against an NFC team. So give me Baltimore in this game. I'm going to take the higher. I think both offenses will be great. I think Henry's going to have a good game. But give me Baltimore in what should be a really great game.
Okay, you're taking the over-under of 48.5.
Over.
You're taking the over.
Yep.
You guys made some really good points.
Yeah.
You guys are both taking the Ravens. Not I, says Josh. I am taking the Dallas Cowboys to win this game.
Okay.
I love it.
This is a game the Cowboys, I feel like they're more hungry for than the Baltimore Ravens are, even though they're 0-2. Because they got embarrassed at home against the New Orleans Saints. And no disrespect to New Orleans, because they're one of the best teams through 2 weeks. But this game wasn't even competitive. And it was at home you get destroyed like this. They're going to want this bad. And here you give some reasons why Baltimore is going to lose this game. In the trenches. They're going to lose in the trenches of the Dallas Cowboys. Baltimore's offensive line is fucking trash. My Bears offensive... Let me tell you something. I know what a bad offensive line looks like. I know. I've lived it most of my life. That's a bad offensive line. And the Cowboys are going to eat them alive in the trenches. Okay. Now, Cowboys offensively, it's going to be a rough day at the offense on the run game. You can't rush against this Baltimore defense. Rush defense. It's the best of the league so far through 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. But if they can establish a little bit of a run, that's going to set things up really great for the passing game. Because even though Baltimore is number 1 against the run through 2 weeks, they are dead last in yards allowed through the air through 2 weeks. They are giving up buku yards, guys. So Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, they're going to feast against this secondary of the Baltimore Ravens.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Cooks, Ferguson, what's the deal with Ferguson?
So he's actually expected to play this week.
I love it.
Oh, really?
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Then you know what, man? Your offense through the air is going to crush this secondary of the Baltimore defense. That's where you're going to beat them. There, you're going to beat them in the trenches. This is going to be a get-right game for the Dallas Cowboys. They win this game, and I'm going to take the over at 48.5. Thank you. Check, please.
I like it.
Check, please.
I think the Cowboys could win this. A Tolbert, CD, Cooks, all the above. I can't wait. I hope that's the case.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. What's the chat thinking? Because this is an interesting game. So what's the chat saying? All right. Let's see. B-Hub agrees. Sean, you're taking the Ravens.
Yeah.
Donnie says, I'm taking the Cowboys. The Ravens' offensive line is a massive issue. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And against this defensive front for the Dallas Cowboys, it's spelling for disaster. And also, Baltimore is making dumb decisions in the second half. Coaching decisions are atrocious.
Yeah.
Harbaugh is having a bad year.
He really is.
I
think that we could win this game, like you said, for every single point. I am just worried about the, option plays, the who do we focus on, because we've had issues with that in the past. And now I think that Mike Zimmer is a great D coordinator. Obviously, in the show last week. I think it could happen, but I want to see it against a running quarterback like Lamar. But yeah, if we can get pressure on him, because look, in the first week we had, I forgot how many pressures, 20-something pressures. We were number 1 in the league in pressures, week 1.
Yeah.
In the all NFL. And then last week we couldn't get a pressure to save our life.
The offensive line was good for the Saints. So, really good.
Yeah, so that it's going to come down, I think, like you said, in the trenches to the D line of Dallas. If we can get pressure and we could shut that, get pressure on that offensive line and Lamar, then we win.
Yeah, I see Georgie's taking the Ravens, even though he's a Steelers fan. Ooh,
interesting.
This is going to be a really damn good game.
I hope my reverse works. That's all I say.
Over 400 people in the chat. We just hit 200 likes. Gracias, ladies and gentlemen, for the 200 likes. Keep smacking it if you guys are enjoying the live pick'em show. Thank you for getting us your guys' feedback live as we're making these picks. Carlos Charles says, younger Harbaugh having a better season than older brother. Shocking.
And here's the deal. A lot of Raven fans are going after Harbaugh. If he loses this game and starts 0-3, maybe he might be on the hot seat.
Yeah, I mean, say what you will about Mike McCarthy, and you can say some things about Mike McCarthy, but he's not having as bad a season as Harbaugh is right now.
Nope.
Okay.
Not even close. Rozier that chooses to Lamar is 20-1 against the NFC. The only L was to the Giants.
Well, then what I saw was weird because I saw he said 17-0. Maybe he's won 17 straight? Maybe that's what I saw?
Maybe it was.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was. And I see some people in the chat saying that the Ravens, you guys just can't see them going 0-3. But and I would probably agree with that if it was some other team. But the Dallas Cowboys taking 2 losses in a row at home.
Yeah.
This is a good game. This is a good team, the Dallas Cowboys. So remember, we were giving them their flowers week 1 after they destroyed Cleveland on the road.
Yeah.
When they don't play well on the road.
Yeah. We hadn't beaten a one on the road against a team 500 or above in like a couple years.
So I get that. Ravens 0-3. That's crazy. But look at the matchup, man. I see a win here for the Cowboys.
Man, I hope so. I hope I'm wrong.
A Marquell Randall with the choosing. Yeah, Lamar has one NFC loss to Daniel Jones. He's 20-1.
Okay.
He lost to Daniel Jones?
He lost to Daniel
It was
Jones.
a Daniel Jones Giants team?
I guess
So,
so.
so maybe his weakness is NFC East.
Shit.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
An
wow.
avatar with 10 gifted membership.
Whoa, Avatar! What's this for?
Let's see. Here's for the Giants win for one gift for every Giants won. Yeah, we just beat the Baltimore Orioles 10-1 or 10-0.
For every run? Woo.
Yep.
Okay, Rocha.
My God.
Hey, guys, shout out to Avatar for the 10 gifted to the chat right now.
Show love, guys.
And thank you again, Rogier, for the $2 donation, as well as Markel Rando. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so moving along. Roach, what's the next game, buddy?
Well, it is my 1-1 San Francisco 49ers going to Los Angeles to take on the 0-2 Rams. A lot of injuries in this game for the 49ers. As we know, McCaffrey's out. Debo said on his podcast today that he's going to miss probably just this week, maybe next week, so he's out. On the other side, Cooper Kupp got hurt. We know Nakua's on IR. They placed one of their starting tackles, Jonah Jackson, on IR. They also lost cornerback John Johnson 4 to 6 weeks, and also two other the starting linemen will also be out in this game.
What the hell's going on? My goodness.
What's going on over there in Cali, period? Because both these teams
Don't
are getting
know.
with injuries.
Yeah, Rams.
Yeah.
Their injury report.
Mm-hmm. It's incredible, man. And listen, this is a home game for the San Francisco 49ers. It's going to be 80% San Francisco, 20% Los Angeles Niners. Even without Debo, even without McCaffrey, us being 7.5-point favorites is easy. The 49ers need to do two things. They need to get going on third down. Brock Purdy, this is his moment. He's going to be without his I won't say his two top weapons right now. Brandon Ayuk has looked gassed. He's looked awful. He needs to get going. We need to look for him early and often. And Jordan Mason, just keep doing your thing, baby. Brock Purdy, though he does lead the league in passing yards, Jordan Mason's second in rushing yards. Boys, I think he gets over 100 yards. I think he gets 2 touchdowns. 49ers are going to dominate the time of possession. And on the other side, no Cooper Kupp, no Puka Nacua. Niners have a hard time getting off the field on defense on third down. I don't think that's going to be an issue. We should be able to shut down that offense, man. Fred Warner looking like an early defensive player of the year. Maybe he has another pick and a fumble. Niners win. We win by at least 10 points. And I'm taking the under. I think it's going to be like a 25-10 type game.
So you're taking the 49ers with the 7.5 points, and you said
Yep.
over the 43.5?
Under.
Under the 43.5.
Under.
Okay.
Under. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to go Niners as well, but I will not take them against the spread. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I think both teams are struggling with injuries, right? Obviously.
Yep.
Without Debo, we've seen that y'all's offense has looked a little weird and not that great, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I think last year when Debo was dealing with injury, when that happened, Purdy did not look good. So
Yep.
I'm a little worried about that. That's why I'm going to take y'all, but not against the points. I think it's going to be a close game.
Okay.
I think it'll be like a 3-4 point game. I will take the under in this because I think it's going to be a Mason and Kyron Williams type game.
So straight up, you're taking the Niners, but you're going to take the Rams plus 7.5.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I am going to be taking the San Francisco 49ers. I will take them with the 7.5. I think they cover the spread. I'm going to take the under of 43.5 points. The Los Angeles Rams, they are the third worst rushing defense. So if you have Jordan Mason in your fantasy lineups, you're going to feast. This is going to feed families this coming up week. Mason is going to destroy, and the Rams just simply don't have enough offensively to get the job done or defensively.
Nope.
They're getting gashed on both ends in this game. So that's why I'll take the 49ers and to cover the 7.5 spread. And there we go.
The Rams are also the worst pass blocking team in the league, so look out for Bosa, Leonard Floyd to get to Matthew Stafford.
Bosa 2 sacks, Leonard Floyd 1 sack.
Probably.
1.5 sacks. Ethan with a highlighted comment says, "What up, guys? How y'all doing? My Patriots are not that bad this year. Have you seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet? It's so funny. We have seen the movie. Me and Sean went to go see it together. It was great. Rocha saw it. And your Patriots, the defense is really good.
A little shocking that y'all how y'all looked so far this season. Y'all have a tough matchup in a couple days.
Thank you so much, Ethan. We appreciate the highlighted comment. Been a member for 5 months. Guys, Dustin in the chat just dropped 20 gifted memberships.
Wow.
Yo!
Wow.
Dustin,
are you serious?
Thank you.
Let's go.
Dustin, my God.
Holy, guys,
Thank
show
you,
some
man.
love to Dustin. 20 gifted from him.
He saw Avatar and he's like, I got chip in. I got chip in. Thank you, buddy.
Quinton
you,
says,
Dustin,
you're a fucking W, bro.
He really
there
is.
you go.
And we have a $5 donation from Mr. Static.
Pass blocking looks bad. Hopefully we can get this win. Rocha, bang, bang, not again. Yeah, our blocking was incredible against the Jets. And last week it was terrible. Every single lineman gave up a pressure. I think our offensive line will look more like week 1 come Sunday afternoon.
Thank you so much, Static, for the $5 dono. Before we move on, if you haven't done so, smack that thumbs up. We are 78 likes away from 300, so thank you, guys.
Appreciate it, everybody.
Thank you
so much.
Roach, what's the next game?
This could be a really sneakily great game. The 1-1 Detroit Lions march into Arizona to take on the 1-1 Cardinals. The Lions come in as 3-point favorites with a 52.5 over/under.
Wow, this is going to be a game. -3 for the Detroit Lions, coming off that loss to Tampa Bay, but nothing to get too embarrassed about because Tampa Bay is a really good damn team.
Yeah.
They won in overtime against Rams. We streamed that one. Cardinals offensively, guys, they are a top 3 scoring offense in the NFL.
They're
That's
balling,
crazy.
Man. They are balling. And Kyler Murray got it going to Marvin Harrison.
So it turns out it is his job to give him the damn ball.
It is. And
Yep.
now he sees what will happen when he does give him the ball. Hopefully they
He
get
has,
it.
2 touchdowns in that first quarter?
Yeah. It was ridiculous.
Yes,
Damn.
Ridiculous.
incredible.
Damn.
Yeah.
So what are we thinking here? Roach?
It's a tough one because the Lions coming off that L to the Bucs last week. They didn't look great. Bucs defense did great. Baker was able to drive pretty well, especially down the stretch in the fourth quarter against that defense. They had their chances to win. But on the other side, the Cardinals were going against the Rams, who are depleted, who don't have a good secondary, who don't have a good pass rush. So with that being said, I'm going to go Detroit in this game, but I would not be shocked if the Cardinals come out and win this one. It seems like the Lions tend to struggle against the Cardinals. I'm going to take them with the points. I don't think it's going to be much more than a 3-point game. I look for Amon-Ra and Sam Laporta to finally get going in this game, and I'm taking the over because this could be like a 35-30 type game.
Yeah, this is going to be a great game. Both 1-1. This is the first game on the road for the Detroit Lions. Their first 2 games were at home. So let's see how they look. But I'm looking at the first 2 games for the Cardinals. They lost to Buffalo, 34-28. Well, let's not forget, they were dominating that first half. They blew that lead. Kyler Murray in that second half just did not look like they got anything going. I'm not sure what happened, if they just game plan, everything.
No touchdowns in that second half. They got shut down.
Yeah, and then obviously we saw them last week against the Rams. Completely dominated. 41-10, just easy money for them. Lions, they beat the Rams week 1, but they only beat them 26-20. Look what the Cardinals did to the Rams. 41-10. I'm going Cardinals here to pull off this upset. They're at home. I trust their offense, and if they just keep on putting up points, the Lions' offense really just hasn't found their rhythm. Laporta, where are you at? St. Brown, I feel like every time, he's got a catch here and there, and then you think maybe they're going to get him going. He still hasn't gotten it going. So give me the Cardinals. I trust them a little bit more. If they wouldn't have blown that lead against Buffalo, they'd be 2-0 right now.
Well, okay, Rocha's going with the Lions. Sean's going with the Cardinals. Are you guys taking the over/under of 52.5?
Over.
I'm taking. Let's see if I can break the tie here. I'm taking the Cardinals. I'm taking the Cardinals. I just trust. Okay, when I look at both these teams going to this matchup, who's the more consistent at something? That's the Cardinals. Offensively,
Cardinals.
one of the top scoring offenses in the game. Yards per game. Defensively, they're both about the same. They're both around the same in what they give up defensively. And Detroit, Jared Goff is not having that great of a season, man. He's finding Jameson Williams, but he's struggling to find Laporta. He's struggling to find St. Brown consistently. And I think if they're going to be successful in this game, they're going to have to get those two guys involved, especially Amon-Ra St. Brown, early and often, and get that run game to be a little bit more consistent in the red zone. I think the Cardinals' offense is just too much. The Detroit Lions, scoring-wise per game, it's not there. They're just not on pace with the Cardinals as of right now. Of course, that could absolutely change on a whim.
Yeah.
As soon as this week, that could change. Because this Cardinals defense, it can get gashed up, but so is the Detroit Lions. I'm trusting the Cardinals here. And I'm going to say absolutely over of the 52.5.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yep, 100%. Now.
My goodness. Now that we got the picks done.
Yeah.
In the chat, we have 20 gifted memberships from Mr. Tyler Azell.
Dude, let's go, bro.
Fist bump for Tyler, folks. Fist bump for Tyler Azell. Oh, my goodness. Avatar with 10. Dustin with 20. Tyler with 20 gifted memberships. And we're not done. Static with 10 gifted memberships to the stream.
Let's go.
Holy shit, Static.
Y'all killing all
That's
these gifted.
awesome.
Oh, my God.
Too sweet, Static. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted to the chat.
Thank you.
Shout out to Tyler Zell for his 20. And then we have another gifted membership from Miss Yvette.
Yvette
with the gifted membership.
Yvette and Jacob
Thank
Frederick
you.
with a gifted. Both
Yeah,
of them.
Jacob
Yes.
Fredericks.
Guys.
Is it because we
Thank
took
y'all.
the Steelers?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My being.
Dude, Jacob and Yvette, thank you guys.
Holy
Go,
crap.
baby. Thank you.
We have a $2 donation from Mr. JB Taylor. He says T-Rex. Woo! Let's go, JB.
Oh, my God. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Mike Witt with the $2 donation. Who would y'all take, Titans or the Packers? Well, we just made our picks earlier. If you want a full breakdown, Rocha will have the timestamp later. But me and Sean, we took the Titans.
Yeah.
Rocha took
Yeah.
the Packers.
Yep.
I took your Packers, Mike.
Yeah. And we do have
And
$2
then,
from Colby Mead.
Yeah.
All right. It's the Cardinals
He
upset
says-
pick of the week. Yeah.
There you go.
It's a close game. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
underdogs, so I guess it's upset. It's not too much of an upset, though.
Thank you so much for the $2 dono. Cardinal Sin with the 509 donation. I may be drinking my team's Kool-Aid, but give me my Redbirds, the Cardinals, and a close one. Go Cardinals!
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt. I took the Lions, but I would not doubt the Cardinals win this game.
Yeah. It really could go both ways.
Thank you so much for the $5 dono, man. That's going to be a good game. Good luck. Nathaniel Perez
Sir.
with a $2 donation. Are you guys going to be streaming the Ravens and the Cowboys? Well, here's the thing. The WNBA playoffs start on Sunday, so we don't know when the Fever are going to be playing because we are committed to streaming those playoff games. So we'll see what happens on Sunday, okay?
But also, I don't get the game because the Niners and Rams are at the same time on the same channel, so I want to get the game.
All right. So we're going to have to delegate here.
We'll
Yeah.
let y'all know later in the
Yeah,
week.
absolutely.
But, the primetime game, the Sunday night game, where Chiefs-Falcons,
Chiefs Falcons.
Yep.
we're definitely going to be
Coming up.
streaming that. If we have to dual stream or whatnot, we'll see. We'll play by ear.
Thank you so much, Nathaniel Perez. Thank you, everybody, for the gifted memberships and donations. Oh, my goodness. And we have another $10 dono from Mr. Dustin. I'm going my Lions in a close game.
Let's go, baby.
Hey, if the Lions play up to the potential that we know that they have,
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we're waiting for.
yeah, y'all should win this.
Yes. That's what we're waiting for, man.
Yeah.
But Jared Goff, this offense is only scoring just over 20 points per game, shy of what the Cardinals are doing right now.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to have another big game. But it's going to be a fun one. Dustin, good luck, and thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so let's move on to our next matchup. Rocha, this takes us to Sunday Night Football, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Sean just mentioned, man. The Kansas City Chiefs 2-0, taking on the Atlanta Falcons 1-1. Kansas City comes in as 3.5-point favorites with the over/under set at 46.5. Boys.
Okay, so the Chiefs on the road against Atlanta. The Falcons, they looked great, especially in the clutch against Philadelphia on that last drive. Darnell Mooney, a guy people forget about in that offense because of Drake London and Pitts and Bijan, who were also fantastic. But Darnell Mooney, shout out to him, former Chicago Bear. Kansas City Chiefs, 2-0. What you guys got?
It should be a fun one. You know, the Chiefs, they almost lost to the Bengals. Some say they probably should have lost because of that PI call. I think it was the right call, but they probably should have lost. And then, the Falcons coming off that great comeback win, 34 seconds ago, that touchdown to Drake London. Obviously, we know Isaiah Pacheco out 6 to 8 weeks with that broken fibula, so is it going to be Kareem Hunt the starter? Is it going to be the rookie Carson Steele? Either way, I'm going to trust the Chiefs on the road in prime time. Can the Falcons win this game? Sure. If they can play like they did down the stretch with that defense, the defense looked pretty good. They held Philly pretty down, man. But it's a different beast when you're facing Patrick Mahomes. Rashid Rice has been incredible this year. Let's see if they can get Worthy going again this week. I think the Chiefs win. I think they win by a touchdown, so they cover the spread. And I'm going to go over on the 46.5.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs. Even without Pacheco, this offense is just too deadly. And no disrespect to Atlanta because you guys played fantastic, man, against Philadelphia. But even at home, I think it's going to be a tough, tall order to beat this Chiefs team. However, if you win here against Kansas City, man, oh, man, will you be the talk of the town?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs. I will have them covering the 3.5 points, and I will take the over of 46.5.
Yeah, looking at both these teams, right, like y'all said, the Chiefs could have lost last week to the Bengals. Yeah, that PI was a little questionable. Obviously, he did get there a little early, but, usually you don't see the refs throw a flag right there, and a lot of people are like, well, it's the Chiefs, that's why. Falcons, week 1, they lost to the Steelers. They got completely dominated. I felt like, even though it was a close game, it didn't feel like they were in that game. They did a great job making plays when needed. Mooney, like you said, he had that 140-yard touchdown, and then he had 2 crucial catches on that last drive to put him in range for Drake London to get that catch. But which Falcons team are we going to get? That's the question to me. I'm going to go Chiefs mainly because even though I feel like the Atlanta Falcons have the talent, the Chiefs find a way to win. They're that team. They have players that have been there, done it, no matter if they're down or whatnot. I think they find a way to win, so give me the Chiefs in this game. I will take the Falcons with the spread. I think it might be only a 1-point game, and just like last week for the Bengals, just like last week for the Falcons. I will take the under, too.
All right, so Sean's taking the under. I'm taking the over. Rocha, you said you're taking...
Over.
All right. Donnie Cash in the chat, who is a diehard Chiefs fan, says, I'm going Kansas City. I think this is going to be the game where Kelsey has a big one.
I hope, man.
Good luck this Sunday, man. This should be a fun one.
Yep.
All right, we got some donations here in the chat. Static says, if Niners win, I will drop 50 gifted memberships.
Wow.
50?
If the Niners win. Woo!
Go Niners.
We should.
Hey, what's up, Jen Lockett? We see you, buddy. How you doing?
What's up, Jen?
We got Keys with a $2 donation to the chat. Says, Falcons win. Justin Simmons is Mahomes' nightmare. Don't forget about Justin Simmons.
He does have experience.
Me too, yeah.
It's true.
Keys, good point. Thank you so much for the 2, and good luck, man. Good luck. Roach Diddy Combs with a $5 dono.
Okay, that's you.
Fat like a cat who hates Mondays. Ball like a bowling ball. Shaped like melted vanilla ice cream on a short, small cone. What am I?
These nuts.
Is it Roach for 300?
You're freaking weird, man.
That's your boy. That's your son, Isaiah.
No, I don't know.
What's up, Isaiah? Thank you for the donation.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man.
Okay, so now moving on to Monday Night Football. Last 2 games to cover. Don't forget, 2 Monday Night Football games this coming up week. Yep. What's the first one, Roach?
This first one, which we will be live for, it's the 0-2 Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the 2-0 Buffalo Bills. Buffalo at home, 5.5-point favorites with the over-under at 45.5.
So Buffalo, looking like a looking like an MVP candidate, Josh Allen, right now. Absolutely. The
Uh-huh.
dude is
Yeah.
absolutely balling right now against Arizona, against Miami, especially the second half of those games. Jacksonville Jaguars 0-2. They were in that Miami game in the first half. Second half, they blew it. Same thing with Cleveland. Dude, I heard this multiple times on like Twitter and TikTok, and I agree with this take. Jaguars might be the dumbest offense in the NFL. Dumbest.
Yikes.
Not just piss poor bad. And there's other dumb offenses. We talked about the Baltimore Ravens, especially in the late games. But Jacksonville Jaguars might just be the dumbest offense.
Yeah.
They make
Damn, that's tough.
terrible mistakes. They were in the red zone how many times against Cleveland? First and goal on the 2-yard line. Can't punch it in. Can't punch it. Going backwards. Setting for field goals or turning it over. This offense is just dumb. I'm taking Buffalo. I will take them with the 5.5 points, and I'm taking the over of 45.5.
Yeah, this is my concern going into the season with Jacksonville. Can they get over that hump? They've been competitive over the years. And remember, we talked about this yesterday, that crazy stat that literally Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence hasn't won since Thanksgiving. 0-8 since Thanksgiving of last year. I'm going Buffalo until Jacksonville can get over that hump and prove that they can win in these close games against good teams. I can't take them. I will take Buffalo with this point spread, and I will take the over.
Yeah. Jacksonville, they do have a talented defense.
Yeah.
Was praising their defense going into those previous 2 games. Mm-hmm. Their defense. That's why I took them over Miami, and it looked good for a good portion of that game.
Yep.
But what happened? Fumble by ETN. It was a good play by the Miami Dolphins. They just find themselves in those kind of positions, especially the second half. I just don't see them win this game on the road. Even with their talented defense and their offense, they just have to click, man, and they just haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, this should be a win for Buffalo. I am going Buffalo at home, man. And yeah, you're right. Trevor Lawrence has not won since the middle of last season, man, and I don't think he does it again. Until they can prove that they can be a cohesive offense, man. They got the talent. They really do. Doug Peterson's a very smart head coach. But until they can clean up the mistakes, until they can prove they can play good against a good team, give me Buffalo. Get Keon Coleman going this week, man. I hope. James Cook has looked incredible through the first 2 weeks. I think he has another great night here on primetime. Buffalo wins. I'll take them by a touchdown. And I'm going to take the under in this game.
I'll say this. This is probably the best defense Buffalo is going to be facing through the season so far.
Yeah.
Yep.
And remember, guys, we will be live for this Monday night game. As there are 2. This is the one we will be live for, so make sure you tune in. And hopefully Jacksonville can play up to their potential that we all know they have. And it's going to be a hell of a game.
Crazy Dog in the chat says Trevor Lawrence had like 16 yards in the first half against us, Cleveland Browns.
Ouch.
And Crazy Dog also says they really renamed their stadium Trevor Banks Stadium.
Yeah.
And he went and looked like crap in the first half. Yowzers.
Yep.
After he signed that big contract and all the above.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we know what they have.
Yep.
We know what they have.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks, moving on to our very last game on the Pick'em and the last game on Monday Night Football.
Smack that like if you haven't done so.
The Washington Football Commanders 1-1 go into Cincinnati, who once again, for the 4th straight year or something like that, start 0-2. Coming in this game, Cincinnati is 7.5-point favorites, with the over/under being at 48.5.
All right, Rochelito, what you feeling here?
So T. Higgins is still questionable with that hamstring injury. Hey, look, the Bengals had a bounce. I know they lost last week, but they had a bounce back win. They were just a PI call away from upsetting the Chiefs in Burrowhead. I know it's not called that anymore, but in Burrowhead. The favorite by 7.5. I'm going to take them, and I'm going to take them with that 7.5 points. The Commanders, they only, barely squeaked by the Giants with a field goal win last week. A last-second field goal. They only had 7 field goals total, no touchdowns against the Giants. This is a better defense they're facing this week. I think they do score a couple of touchdowns. Brian Robinson, boys, has been incredible to start this year. But they're facing a way better team. I think they take the L. Give me the Bengals with the points, but I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I'm taking the over.
All right, Roach. Okay, you made some good points. They are playing a much better defense this coming up week.
Yeah. And yeah, the Bengals. Thinking about them, which team are we going to get here, you know? The team that played New England, put up only 10 points. They looked atrocious. The Chiefs, you know, hey, props to them. They always give the Chiefs hell in the regular season. Burrowhead Stadium, as they like to sometimes call it over there in Kansas City, right? Now, my concern, though, for the Bengals is Jamar Chase. He came out and said he doesn't trust the franchise. He feels like he was misled. He's not going to negotiate. He's not going to sign any contract during the season at this point. Then you saw him and Burrow. Burrow tried to calm him down. He slapped his hand away. Like, what's going on right now with Jamar Chase? So that's a little concerning. T. Higgins, Rocha, have they said if he's going to play or not?
He's still dealing with the hamstring injury, so we don't know if he's going to play or not.
So that little concerns me. So, yeah, I'm looking at them, and they made a hell of a game. Barely lost to the Chiefs. But for some reason, I'm still going to go Washington.
Wow.
I think it's just because they have confidence against the Chiefs. They've had history against the Chiefs where they've won. I don't know which Bengals we're going to get. I'm going to take Jaden Daniels and this Washington Commanders team, Brian Robinson, to pull off the upset here on Monday Night Football. I'm not sure which Bengals team we're going to get. I really don't. So give me the Commanders.
Ooh, Sean is taking the Commanders. Coach is taking the Bengals. Now let's see what I took. Bengals. I'm taking the Bengals. I'm taking the Bengals. Roach made some good points. Mm-hmm. They are a better defense that their Commanders are facing.
Yeah.
The offense hopefully can get going against this defense at home in the jungle, baby. Now, if the Commanders are going to have success and get this dub on the road, Jaden Daniels has been playing fantastic, and on the ground, they can gash up this defense on the running game because the Bengals are giving up 159 yards. Again, they are a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bottom 7 rush defense. So that's the chink in their armor defensively. And Brian Robinson does look pretty good.
Yeah.
I will take the Bengals straight up, but I am not taking the Bengals with the 7.5 points. Rocha is, I'm not. I'll take the Commanders plus 7.5, but the Bengals straight up, and I'm going to take the over of 48.5.
I was going to say, I'm going to take the over. I think this could be a high-scoring game. And this might be a game where Scary Terry might get going, too. That play action is going to be set up nicely.
Yep. And, folks, that does it for Week 3 and the picks. We just want to thank all of you guys for watching and tuning in live. For those that are here live with us, thank you for smacking that thumbs up for those that did. If you haven't, smack it. And if you're watching on the replay or you just walked in the door, you're wanting to know the breakdown of the picks, don't worry. After the stream is uploaded, Rocha will have the timestamps for all of the game picks.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, guys.
And shout out to our top 10 performers once again from Week 2 and overall on the season. But, man, Week 3 has to be a bounce back for us and the picks.
Please.
Yes.
Please.
And what's great about all of us is it seems like there's a couple games where we're all different. Like, there's a game where me and Josh are different than Sean, and me and Sean are different than Josh, and you guys are different than me. So it'll be interesting to see who gets the advantage and pick them this week between us three.
Yeah.
Brady tosses, what's up, guys? He says, I got my Patriots winning in a close defensive game. Go Pats. Also, last week, we easily could have won that game if we kept Gibson in and stopped them on defense. Gibson did look pretty good.
He did, yeah.
He did. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That Thursday night game is going to be interesting.
Looking forward to that.
Thank you for 250 likes. That is amazing. I think that's probably the most we've had live. So, thank you, guys.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Scott says, what up, Rocha?
Hello, Josh. You want to take this Bengals logo off my mouth?
Huh?
Do you want to take this Bengals logo off my mouth? Oh!
You know what? You're a bingo head.
I'm not a bingo head. Get off of me! Hey, Luis Angel Acuna hit his first home run today, Redmond. That's what's up, man. Congrats. Y'all kicking the Nationals' ass. I'm not shocked about that.
Hey, we had him for a little bit, the Rangers. He was part of that trade.
And then, for sure. But hey, it's worth it because y'all won a World Series.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, thanks, Roach. I didn't know that.
you're welcome.
Roger, you
Tyrese-
are a scholar.
Are you still having it on my head?
No.
No, we already moved it.
Oh,
Click
talking
live on the stream.
What are you talking about? Jay Locker says, Roger, that Bengals logo looks good on you, bro.
nah, hell nah, bruh. No, no.
Sorry, Roach. We have to do that. We have to censor your face. It's too much for TV.
I know, it's too beautiful.
Oh, my God.
Tyrese Halliburton's on NXT. Whoa, let me change to NXT real quick. What the hell, brother?
That's cool. Tyrese Halliburton and even, who you call it? Brunson.
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, they had like their little standoff. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, okay, interesting. Jasmine, we'll see you later, and good luck, HTTC, and good luck to your Commanders, I think that is.
Yeah.
I believe.
And yeah, Matthew, the rival team is on me because I picked them to upset. I was big on the Commanders this year. I'm really big on Jaden Daniels. I think he's going to be a great quarterback in this league for years to come. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see Jaden Daniels, and I'm hopefully he's successful. I really think he's going to be a great player.
No, I love Jaden Daniels. I'm really a big believer in him too. With the Commanders only scoring field goals against the Giants, I'm a little bit concerned that they're not going to be able to move the ball against the Bengals, who are a better defense.
Yeah, that's a little concerning to me. But like I said, I just don't know which Bengals team we're going to get.
Yeah, for sure.
So, this team that put 25 points up or 10. At least the Commanders have scored 20 points each game. And I feel like they're just going to get better and better every week. So, because they still have not gotten Scary Terry going.
No, he's been awful so far this year.
Dottie Couch says, I think Jamar Chase needs to wake up a bit in this game.
Agreed.
He just,
This offense looks frustrating.
Yeah.
He looks frustrated.
Yes.
And that's a little concerning. That's another reason why I decided to go Washington, because which Jamar Chase are we going to get to? He's been looking like he's looking like a Stephon Diggs a little bit last year, right? Distraction, a little emotional, so.
I think Chase drops 130. He definitely could. Deadly Duel, this is not a good defense that he's facing.
Oh, I didn't know that, crazy dog. The Commanders actually had a kickoff return touchdown called back last week. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, same. Oh, yeah, that was the play that Graham Gano got hurt on the first play of the game, and they had no kicker the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. They gave up 100. Like, don't get me wrong, Malik Neighbors is awesome. He's a great talent, but they did give up 127 to him. What could they give up to Jamar Chase?
Yep.
What? Weirdo.
You're a weirdo.
You're a weirdo.
Yeah, you're the one who goes streaking at night for no reason.
Hey, don't judge me.
That's why they label that street the most dangerous street.
Mm-hmm. Just get off my roof.
What are you doing on his roof, Jets?
Yeah, we don't have insurance for that.
Yeah, you're not Santa Claus.
Matthew, I would love to visit the Hall of Fame one year, man. Go to Canton, Ohio.
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely on the bucket list, man.
It's a must. If you're a football fan, you have to, right?
The only Hall of Fame I've seen is the College Hall of Fame, which was in Atlanta. I want to see all the. I want to go to Cooperstown to see the MLB Hall of Fame. I want to go to Canton to see the NFL Hall of Fame.
I want to see all the Hall of Fames, right? Like, not just the sports ones, but the music ones.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like,
that's in Ohio, right? Cleveland.
Cleveland is in Ohio. The football Hall of Fame is in Canton, Ohio.
Well, what's the
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in Cleveland.
Cleveland, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Because I've been to the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville. We went
there.
and then
fun.
I went again with Roach.
That's right.
And you guys know I'm not a big country music fan. There's some that I do like Johnny Cash and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I love that museum, and I'm like, okay, this is a genre that I'm not really into, and I loved it. I've been there multiple times.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh yeah, I gotta see all these others.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Like rock and roll, all of them. Like I'm into country, and I love that. And I know we had a blast when we went.
So good.
Getting that music. Did y'all do the music thing?
Yeah.
The headset where it plays all the things. Yeah. It was so cool to learn all the history and where country music originated from and stuff like that. And yeah, we saw. Did they still have that Cadillac?
They still have the Elvis Cadillac. Yep.
That was sick.
Yep.
That was cool. That was cool.
Serious question.
Jared Luck is.
Have you guys been to Cleveland? There's a hockey game there. I want to go the night before Christmas. I haven't been to Cleveland. I've been to Cincinnati. I've been to Columbus and a few other places in Ohio. But I've never been as north to Cleveland.
Yeah, I haven't been to Ohio or anywhere that far north. Furthest north I've been is Chicago.
Chicago.
And then Nashville. Not really. That's more still south, but yeah, furthest I've been.
I have been to Cleveland, Ohio. Me and my dad stayed a night. We went to the Cleveland Guardians against New York Yankees game. It was cool, but again, I only stayed we were probably in Cleveland for less than like 12 hours, but I have been to Cleveland, and it was a really good baseball game. I enjoyed that stadium.
Just try the Skyline.
Chili?
Chili? Nah, hell nah.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Nah.
I don't know if I can do that.
Rozier that chooses Miles Turner in the stands. Tyrese, yes, CM Punk. He just came out here on NXT. So CM Punk's on NXT.
No, he's not.
Yes, sir. Let's go, Rozier. Thank you for the 2. I'll rewatch it later tomorrow.
You, Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shh. Mm-hmm. You've been to Cleveland? Yeah, Jacob, well, you're around Ohio, so we figure you've been to Cleveland a lot.
Yeah, the thing is, when you're in that area, there's a lot of places are real close to each other. See, we're so used to Texas where it's like hours and hours away to get anywhere. But when you're like in that certain areas, you can go so many places.
I remember in high school, it was really popular for the kids in high school to just take a little short drive over to Ohio to go to those theme parks over there in Cincinnati and shit. I think they're very on be money, so we're
Oh,
okay.
Pretty cool. Cool.
Guys, I live in Cincinnati, says Jay Lockett, the home of Skyline Chili. Don't knock it until you try it. My thing is that I don't like spaghetti to begin with, right? They do. I don't. And you're putting chili on top of it. I just don't know.
I'll try it.
I'll try what else is on the menu, but I'm not. I don't think I can do that.
I'll give it a shot, but I don't know.
I don't think I'd give it a shot, man.
You guys got chili cheese fries? I'm sure, right?
I have to.
Sign me
up.
Yeah. Sign me up. I want to see if the chili's good because I love chili.
Yeah. See if they do chili right up north. I don't know. Chili out here in Texas is God tier. It's God tier.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mr. Dustin! $10 donation. I'm planning on going to the Royal Rumble on February 1st in Indianapolis. It's an early birthday present for myself.
Hell yeah, man. Go do that. Especially for your birthday. Go check it out, man. Enjoy the Royal Rumble. It's in Indianapolis, Indiana this year. So go do it and get some White Castle while you're there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Enjoy that, dude. That's going to be cool, man. That's cool. Early birthday present for you, right? On February 1st.
Treat yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real, man.
Thank you so much, Dustin.
Thank you.
I don't eat chili without spaghetti. Wow. Chili dogs are the best out here.
Yeah.
Chili
you
hot
don't
dogs,
eat chili
fries.
without spaghetti. So, yeah, no chili cheese fries, no chili cheese tots, no chili cheese burgers or chili cheese hot dogs. Or just have chili with chili and cheese with crackers.
What are you doing with your life?
What?
Yeah, because you go to like a cookout, right? Or something like that, or whatever. Someone's always got to have a crock pot of chili. And there's so many different ways you can make chili. You literally go on Pinterest, and there's like millions of ways to make chili. And they're all good.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like, I love chili. And if it was socially acceptable, I would eat chili every single day in my life.
Well, Josh,
God damn.
Oh.
we'll accept you. No judgment. No judgment.
Crazy Dog says, chill on a hot chili dog? Yes. Chill on spaghetti? Hell nah.
Nah, hell nah, man.
Yeah. I don't know. Chili and cheese is not for you, Rozier? What is wrong with you?
That's...
You're considered the South, right? Arkansas is considered South.
Yes.
How do you not like chili?
That's insane.
That's like a staple of the South, besides barbecue.
Oh, man. When we go to the movies, we like to get the chili cheese fries there.
Oh.
Boy.
They're so good. Like,
Sounds
right after the stream, I might go get Wiener Schnitzel and get their chili cheese dogs.
Oh, yeah. You got to get the chili cheese dogs. That's the best thing there.
Yeah.
They also
There
do
you
chili
go.
cheeseburgers, but I wouldn't know because I always get the chili cheese.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same.
Jets, we're still in the second chance eliminator. I don't know if you are, but we still are.
Our pick right now is the Raiders.
Yep.
I might switch one of the Bucks. I'm really 50-50. I'm probably gonna go back and forth the next week or next
I'm
week.
gonna check out the Buccaneers schedule the rest of the year. Let's see.
I just really feel awful for those folks that don't like chili. That's wild.
I don't get it. How can you not like chili?
Whew.
It's usually ground beef, right?
Yeah.
Little beans, little hot sauce, a little bit of something.
Don't you like beans?
I hate beans, but
Well,
I
you
get
don't hate beans. Everybody around you hates it when you have beans.
that's fair.
I like a bean.
I did have chili one time without beans. It was really good. I got to give it another shot because if it is so, then I'm gonna start having chili on fucking everything too.
You can put chili on a lot of different stuff. So.
Yeah.
Daniel Guerrero, he says, rank these all-time bad trade. Panthers trading for the first overall pick. 49ers trading for the third overall pick. Broncos trading for Russell Wilson, or Browns trading for Deshaun Watson. For me, it's between the Deshaun Watson trade and the Panthers trade, because the Panthers gave up multiple picks. DJ Moore. We got DJ Moore out of it. We got Darnell Wright out of it. We got Caleb Williams out of it. And we still have another draft pick of theirs next year, 2025.
Second round pick. Mm-hmm.
But the Deshaun Watson, how much money they paid?
Yeah, because they fully guaranteed his contract.
Fully.
Yep.
But
Foley.
did I read somewhere the other day? I'm not sure if y'all saw this, that they could possibly get out of the rest of the guaranteed.
How?
Because he doesn't have his first couple years of his contract had a stipulation where they couldn't if he got suspended. But now going forward, if he gets suspended, they can revoke some of the guaranteed.
Yep. I saw that.
If that's the case, that'd be slick. Then the Carolina Panthers trade to Chicago is the worst.
Yeah.
But I also will say, I will throw that Russell Wilson in there because the Broncos are still on the books for his contract for the next 2-3 years of dead money, right? And then they had to trade him away for nothing.
Hey.
And they gave up what? I think at least one, if not two, first-round picks. And I think that first-round pick turned into Devon Witherspoon, who's a solid second-year rookie for their Seahawks.
Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, that Panthers trade, when they could have had CJ Stroud right there.
Yep.
I like CJ Stroud over Bryce Young.
And if I remember correctly, I think a lot of the coaching staff liked C.J. Stroud more too.
Yes.
But it was the owner who was the one who wanted that pick.
Yep.
Kind of like in that movie Draft Day with Kevin Costner, where the owner wanted this thing.
Yeah.
Even though the GM didn't.
Yep. Yeah. Frank Reich said he liked C.J. Stroud more, and they're like, no, give us Bryce Young.
And here's the deal about that Niner trade. Yeah, it was an awful trade because of what those picks turned out to be for the Dolphins. But we got Brock Purdy, so it doesn't hurt as much. It does hurt the fact that we could have used those 3 first-round picks and had some good talent, even better talent on this roster that's young. But the fact that Brock Purdy saved us is not as bad. If we didn't have Brock Purdy, it would have been one of the worst trades ever.
Still pretty bad.
Because you see all the talent that Miami got out of it trading those first-round picks away.
Honestly, that could have been, if it wasn't for y'all getting Brock Purdy and it's working out in that aspect, it could have gone down as one of the worst trades.
Absolutely. We got lucky.
We have a $5 dodo for Mr. Mike Witt.
Says, I'm going to Arlington next year, guys. Any suggestions where to go? I do want to go see the Von Erich's grave and where the Kennedy assassination happened.
Yeah, so Arlington is about 20 minutes or so west of downtown Dallas.
Yeah.
Where that JFK assassination is, which is DeLay Plaza. Definitely go check that out, man. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, anybody. Historic, like it's a historic moment, right? And when you go there, Mike, it looks exactly the same as it did that day in 1963.
Yep.
Exactly. All the buildings, the grassy knoll, the picket fence, everything is still there. So it's like you're walking into a history book. Go to the 6th floor museum. It is one of the best museums I've ever been to. You do an audio tour. It's absolutely incredible. So definitely check that out. And Arlington, there's so much to do.
Yeah, that's where they have a lot of the theme parks.
The water park and the Six Flags.
Yeah, Obviously, I'm not sure if you're coming down for a game or when you're coming down exactly because you just said next year. But if you're going to be, even if it's not during NFL season, you could do it, even a tour of the AT&T Stadium. I still haven't done that. I know
definitely
Rocha
recommend that.
and Josh did it, and a couple other guys, and they show you the locker rooms, art, and I still want to do that. So that's be something to do if you're coming during the off season of football.
Prepare to walk a lot.
Yeah,
It's a big stadium.
yeah.
Also, Ripley's Believe It or Not is in Arlington. A lot of performing arts centers are there. There's a lot to do in Arlington and around the Dallas area.
Yeah, and again, there's Grandscape. We mentioned that to Jedi. Grandscape has a lot of things. They had a lot of what's that one place? Oh my god, my mind just went blank. Oh my god. No, yeah, I'll think of it later.
And here's another suggestion. This is something I just learned about, Mike. You know the Sphere in Las Vegas, right? You know, like it's a big like immersive screen that like surrounds you, whatever. We have a mini version here in the Dallas area. It's in the Colony. And they do this really cool thing. Yeah, they do this really cool thing where they have like events like for UFC, boxing, football games, basketball games, where they have it set up to where it's as if you're there at the stadium, like you're at the game. So the screen is so big, and the way they set everything up, like as far as like where the tables are, it's as if you're part of a section in the stadium.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's in the Colony. It's pretty pricey, but it's a crazy good experience, and apparently the food's really, really damn good there.
Oh.
I didn't even know about this until a week ago.
I didn't, and ever. I just found out about it 5 seconds ago.
Right now.
So that sounds fun. Oh, and what I was thinking was the Addison Improv.
Addison Improv, one of the best improv comedy stores in the country.
Yeah. So a lot of comics come there and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's really cool. A lot of stuff to do around here.
That's right. I saw that on Twitter. I saw that what Josh talked about on Twitter. That shit looked dope.
Yeah, there's a few of them across the country, but we have one here in the Colony, which is right down the street, like right down the highway from Frisco, where the Cowboys practice facility is.
The Star
which you can go check out.
Okay.
You can go check out. There's like a lot of shops there. Me and Rocho, we took him there. Me and Sean have been there. We actually went to a practice there. It's pretty cool.
It's awesome. At the restaurants and the bars, there's a cool bar I went there with my friends before that wedding I went to, and it was awesome time, and they got a lot of cool little nightlife out there.
Yvette with a $5 dono. Playing Georgia this week in fantasy. Who do you recommend, Purdy or Baker Mayfield?
I'm going Mayfield.
I think I'm gonna go Mayfield because I feel like we're gonna run the ball a lot. Now they have an awful secondary, but we're gonna be ahead a lot of that game, so I don't think Brock's gonna throw a lot. I'd go Mayfield.
Okay. Let's see. My goodness, why am I blinking? Okay, so
Denver.
Baker's playing Denver, and you guys are playing the Rams.
Rams.
Yeah, I think it is going to be more of a run game. It should be more of a run game for the 49ers. Even though Brock Purdy is number 1 in passing yards per game, I will go with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. For fantasy.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Yvette, for the $5 dono. Mike Witt with a $5 dono as well. Another one. He says the worst trade of all time is Cowboys trading Herschel Walker to the Vikings back in early 90s. All the Hall of Famers that Dallas got from that trade is crazy.
Yeah, they made a 30 for 30 on that. And that's still called highway robbery. That's the nickname of that. And ever since that trade that happened, they have changed how trades happen. Because back then we traded for players, but the stipulation was if we cut them or they didn't make the active roster, it turned into draft picks. They don't do that shit no more. Because when we cut them, Vikings were pissed because that was the whole plan from the get-go. And we just completely robbed them.
That's one of the greatest trades of all time because it turned into a dynasty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another one of the worst trades of all time is when Mike Ditka traded the entire kitchen sink for Ricky Williams.
Ricky Williams.
That's one of the worst trades, and that Cowboys trade is probably the best trade of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson, a genius manipulating that whole scenario. Genius. And the funny thing is, I think didn't Herschel Walker, he didn't even stay with the Vikings. I think he left after a couple years.
Yikes.
So, yeah. And that was, what was crazy is when Jimmy got hired. Remember, Herschel Walker was like the best running back in the league. He was a god, and he told Jerry, he's like, "Hey, I'm going to trade Herschel, and that's what we're going to do." And Jared's like, "What are you? Are you insane? Are you stupid? Like, why would you trade arguably the best player in the league at the time, best running back in the league?" And he's like, "No, trust me. I know what I'm doing. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna set this team up for success for years to come." Even though we weren't that great of a team, still Herschel Walker was a god.
Mm-hmm.
He was the best running back for the Dallas Cowboys of all time at that point. So crazy.
And he still is.
No, Emmitt Smith is better.
I know. I know.
You're just mad you've never had a guy like Emmitt Smith on your franchise.
Bro, Frank Gore was a god.
He's not better than Emmitt Smith.
I know, but we had Frank Gore.
All right, so Crazy Dog just tagged us on Twitter. Here is the playoff scenarios for Thursday. 3 teams fighting for one spot. Atlanta Dream clinches playoffs with a win or loss to Chicago. Mystics clinch or win with a
with a win
plus an Atlanta loss and Chicago win.
So Chicago needs a win and Mystic need a win for the Mystic to get in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want Chicago Sky to get into the playoffs. I want them to get the best possible pick for the upcoming draft.
And Sky clinch if they win and DC lose.
Yeah.
So so Atlanta and Chicago play.
Yeah.
So if Atlanta wins, it's already done. It's clinched.
Oh, that was Rozier. Oh, that was Rozier. Ready for football season. Oh, this is Crazy Dog. The new sports bar in Dallas just changed the game with a giant television screen. Look at John. Look at this. Look at that. Those are people at the bar. It's as if you're at the game, dude.
That's weird. That's crazy.
It's as if you're there.
Crazy.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Like you're on the field.
Like that looks. Oh my god.
That's the people at the bar.
That might be overload for me. I'd be like, I don't know what to do.
It's insane, man.
That I would want to go there.
That's so dope.
Yeah, I looked at the tickets. It's pretty damn pricey, but it's something to be experienced.
So one of these days we'll have to go for just like a 12 o'clock game, something, and then
yeah. I already went and looked at their event calendar. There was nothing that was worth going to for the prices that they're charging anytime soon. But eventually, there's going to be something that comes up.
Yep.
Like, just go try it and do it. Maybe we'll review it. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe we should fucking hit them up and be like, hey, we got this fucking sports channel with like almost 300,000 subscribers. Why don't you let us in for free to review your place and advertise it?
Yeah.
We should fucking hit them up.
We should.
Right?
Yeah.
Let us come for that Texas and Michigan game. Or Georgia game. Texas-Georgia game.
There you go. That'd be lit.
That wouldn't take away from Sunday football. We could watch that. That's what we mean on Saturday.
I bet we could fucking hook that up. I bet we can make that happen.
Yep.
I bet we can make that happen.
That'd be something.
Y'all got to do it.
I was looking at the tickets. The tickets.
You had to pay to get in, and that's not considering food and drinks.
Yeah, the tickets I think were like between like I think it was like $150 to $300, over $300.
God.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Jesus.
Make you some business cards that make you look professional.
There you go. Here's Sports Trading business card.
That's why we need a QR code. We need a QR code made, and that has links, that link page, and for our YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram, all the above. How can we get a QR code made?
Probably not that difficult.
No.
Yeah, I would.
But if we ever do that though, Roach, you got to come out here for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would love the experience.
We'll do like a little video, like a fucking review video. I mean, shit. We're a sports channel here in the area.
Yeah.
The colony is like fucking 20, 25 minutes away from us. It's nothing.
That's nothing. That's right down the road. And there's so much to do out there, too. I love the colony. It's nice.
Rocha, you've drove by that place so many times going to and from the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I bet. That shit looks so dope, man.
Gabriel, we have done a live show from a bar before and done play-by-play. It was okay. We didn't mind it, but this we feel a lot better because we have our own drinks, stuff like that. It was just loud, a lot going on. We had to wait for our beer. Our waitress didn't come around. It was kind of a
And this one time, I about lost it. The fucking waiter changed the goddamn TV station that we were streaming, that we were paid to do.
They paid us to do it.
And he changed the channel. I'm like,
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
So from now on, if we did anything like that, we'd have to have like our own little room, kind of like a conference room, kind of thing.
Yeah, I had to go talk to the manager, but like, go put the TV back onto the game that we're covering.
Yep.
Did you not let your staff know what we were doing. I mean, it was clear as day. We had these lights and the whole thing, the whole setup right there in that whole bar. What? Oh, that made me so mad.
Jesus.
That made me mad.
We did that twice, right?
We did that at least twice.
I think twice, and then we're like, yeah, let's just stick with this. We can have our own scoreboard like this, right? Because we didn't. I don't even think we did. We have a scoreboard,
We did. We did have a scoreboard.
or maybe we just didn't have our green screen overseeing and all that kind of stuff.
No green screen,
Yeah.
but we did have a scoreboard.
That's right.
My question is, where do athletes live in Dallas? Just curious. Do they live in downtown or the outskirts? There are some who live in downtown, but most live in the outskirts.
Yeah.
West Plano, Frisco,
Prosper.
Prosper.
That's
Yeah.
where Dak lives. They're famous for that. They're always talking about his beautiful house out in Prosper. Usually on the outskirts of Dallas. There's a lot of nice neighborhoods.
This is a huge, like, metro area, like here in Colony County, especially like near the Colony, which is what we were just talking about, where that bar is at, Colony and Frisco. That's all along Highway 121, and a lot of the athletes like to drive on Highway 121 and go zoom. That's where Zeke got pulled over once, right? Was it Highway 121?
Probably. I don't remember. But yeah, it's a very common one. Yeah, and that's where the Star's at, is over there in Frisco area, which is right next to the Colony. So it's right off of 121 and Dallas North Tollway. So yeah, a lot of good areas around here, man.
Sometimes we have to drive around and go into these rich neighborhoods, and you just really feel like you're not like, ooh, yeah,
You're like, man,
ooh, you just feel like uncomfortable, like we do not belong here.
this whole metroplex, the DFW area, as it's referred to, Dallas Fort Worth area, including all this other towns in it, has more people living in this area than the whole state of Oklahoma. Just think about that.
That's crazy.
Luca lives in a very modest home here.
Oh, he actually does.
He lives in a very modest home.
I saw that article about that.
Yeah.
Very small, chill. It's a one-story house. He lives like a block away from our Cuban.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very chill.
Y'all need to come to Chicago, says Quinston. Oh, man. I haven't been to Chicago in a while, but I have a ton of... most of my family, my mom's side and my dad's side, live in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah.
Last time I was there was for a Steelers and Cowboys game. A Bears and Steelers game. Me and Sean went to. We used my dad's season tickets because he had season tickets there.
Wait, didn't we go to the Niners game?
Niners game.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that.
We did go to that Steelers
Yeah,
game.
Niners game.
It was the Bears and Niners game was the last one we went to. That was 4 years ago.
2021. 2021.
3 years ago.
Because that was also
Yep.
when we went to the Bears, or Bulls, and
Bulls and
Jazz.
Jazz? Was
Yeah.
it Jazz? Okay.
Bulls and Jazz game. We toured Wrigley Field, and that was
Yep.
all on Halloween weekend.
Yeah, that's right. And
Yep.
we went to the Bean, which was a lot of fun. Navy Pier. Even though it was raining and windy,
It was
as
fun.
shit,
It was fun though.
I would do that in
Yep.
a heartbeat again. I loved it.
It was fun. But it was great because when we were there, it was Halloween weekend, and everything was decorated. Like when we went down to Wrigleyville, where Wrigley Field is, everything was decorated. There was all kinds of Halloween festivities going on. It was a real atmosphere. It was cool.
It was dope.
And it was a lot of fun. Obviously, Rocha was with us. That Eddie, Eduardo, Donnie. So a few people met
was
up
fun.
with us, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
We had that Airbnb.
we ate good too.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
That was fire.
All right,
bro.
folks, we're about to head out though. Rocha is going to have the timestamps for all the picks. So if you're just tuning in and you want to know our picks, you can have that to reference to. Thank you guys so much for participating in our picks. Thank you guys for the gifted memberships. My goodness, 62 gifted.
Holy.
62 gifted during this pickup.
Incredible.
Between
Thank you.
Dustin and Avatar,
Yeah.
and Tyler Azell, dudes, Yvette, thank you, Jacob Fredericks, thank you, everybody who donated.
Static.
Everybody hit that like button. Thank you guys.
We love y'all so much. Thank you so much, guys.
All right, we'll catch you guys on Thursday for a double stream. Rocha is going to be streaming the Fever and Mystics game, and me and Sean are going to be streaming Thursday Night Football. When Rocha's done with his Fever game, he'll join us for the rest of Thursday Night Football, which will be probably like around the second quarter.
Yep.
Yep.
Take it easy, guys.
Asa.
Have a good Wednesday.
Bye.